First comment. Fuck it. I'm going back to China. Europe is so boring. He's not wrong.
Oh man, first night in the camper.
Freaking rough.
Rough. So rough. Before we even figure out where we're going, sorry, there's a cat like running. Before we even figure out where we're going for the day, we have to figure out this bed situation. It is hard as shit. And my hips are on fire. Noah's hips are on fire. It is not comfortable at all.
No.
We have a bed situation.
Yep. So, our first night in a van, done. But now we face the real challenge, which is driving it from point A to point B today. We're gonna try to go to Florence. No, we are going to go to Florence. We're gonna try going to do it. But we're not entirely sure where the hell we're gonna stay, so that's a new one for us. Normally we're used to booking accommodation, but now I guess we kind of are. Of course, we could try to free camp. Honestly though, with the fact that we're trying to edit videos and we still have videos to edit for the Yellow Hostel, we have to work, so we're gonna try to maybe find a campsite with some power. And our power situation is kind of messed up right now because really the power strip that I bought doesn't work. Anyway, but that's fine. It's all a learning experience. Day one, night one rather, is in the books. And that's about it. There's literally a dog and like 10 cats over there. They're being so good.
Oh, look at them being so good.
There's a cat there too. Oh yeah, we have a TomTom. I've never actually used TomTom before. Pretty crazy. It's like an internet. It's got everything in it. Then he's working out the details of our campsite.
Yes, the logistics. So this is what I do. I don't know, this will
So far with your one day of experience?
With my 1 day of experience is what I do. So I'm a part of this group, Facebook group, and basically they suggested I use in Europe a app called park4night.com. And sadly for me, a lot of it is in French or other languages. So, but basically it's an app where they're like, here's free camping, here's, paid parking and things like that. So it gives you all these amenities on a map. So I look for that first. So I found free ones and then I found some pay ones with all the amenities. And then I have to copy and paste the reviews and what it actually has in Google Translate, because I have to translate a lot of this French into English, and that's how we figure it out. And then I write down the latitude, longitude, and then we'll plug it into the TomTom, and that's what I'm doing.
Oh my god, these cats are so flippin' adorable and they're everywhere. It's a sanctuary for cats. So we should probably provide a little bit of context as to why we just randomly appeared in this camper van park in Rome with a camper van.
Right.
Basically, we had been traveling around Europe for about a month and a half at this point, and we wanted to find a way to make our travels a little bit more interesting, let's just say.
Yeah. So I found this company, and basically they rent out these camper vans. And I'm like, okay, that's it. That's what we're doing. So it should be noted that we have never had a camper van before.
We're completely new to any kind of camper van type of situation where we drive a vehicle around to various campsites and use facilities and maintain a vehicle that's capable of living in. We've never done this before.
It's a lot to learn. We've never done it in the States, which is big, but we've definitely never done it here in Europe. So a lot of learning lessons.
Yes.
How you doing? Okay, so we just got out of Rome proper and we're on the freeway now. We were going to do a route which didn't include any tollways or the main motorway. That was incredibly stressful because it took us down like all these side streets. You miss exits, it happens very quickly, then you have to like do a U-turn. It was very stressful. So we're doing the fastest route, which includes tolls and motorways, but the roads are much better, obviously, and
Let's ease into it.
yeah, we're gonna ease into it. Honestly, it's that was stressful. That was very stressful. Noah did great, but as I'm trying to give directions, which I can't see that far out, I'm like quivering because it's very stressful. So that was kind of a rough little start, but we're on the road now. It's very straight. The roads are much better. So here we go.
I think one of the biggest surprises for both of us when it came to driving a van through Europe was the fact that we're not used to very small roads, and the van was too big for these roads in a lot of cases.
So we're passing all these beautiful Tuscan hillside villages, and the reality of that is that we would have to park miles away to get anywhere near it and walk to it.
Exactly. So our idealized version of driving the van through the countryside to get from point A to point B just wasn't feasible. I think that's a bad accident right there. It must have just happened when we came up on the traffic.
Oh my god. Okay. We need to be careful, yeah? Noah Camp, you just went through Italy, kind of, from Rome to Florence. How did it go?
A nightmare. No, I mean, it went well in the respect that nothing crazy happened, but it was a culture shock, and extremely stressful driving around Italy, especially when we got into Florence. Our GPS units sent us up into the hills, and I'm literally going like the wrong way through these windy hill.
One way.
Roads. I think I was going the wrong way. Honestly, I don't know.
No, we were.
So.
I know. Noah was listening to me, but I was listening to the GPS, and it was one way on the most narrow one-way, one single car streets ever. If we had another car, we'd be fucked. We'd been screwed.
So we were going to go to a paid campsite just so we could have electricity, but we're just going to free camp tonight in this spot that we found because we suspect that the paid campsite was way up in the hills, and it would have been kind of a nightmare to get there. So parked here near the police station. I think you can actually hear the firing range nearby.
Yeah, I can't.
There's like another dude next to us. We're under this tree, so that's good.
Yeah. No one will fuck with the police station, right?
God, I hope not.
Yeah.
But yeah, super overwhelming day.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah,
so.
That was very stressful. That was more stressful than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
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 Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, beautiful scenery. Super golden hour-y. Saw an accident, which was scary, and the driving took some getting used to. People over here drive insane. Every country, they seem to drive their own brand of insane. So I'm getting used to the European brand of insane. So, yeah, there's that. But beyond that, we're here.
Ready to call it for like 2 days, 3 days?
I'm not moving for a couple days, so that's it.
And it's got good free Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Free Wi-Fi. We can sleep by the sounds of the firing range.
Yeah, I'm totally up for that.
Okay, let's do it. This is a nice path.
Yeah.
Parked over there. We woke up to a farmer's market, and now we walk to Florence.
Yay.
Yeah. Ready to call it quits. You don't understand. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know if I'm cut out for this.
Yeah.
I have no power. I have to carry all my electronics with me because I have to go charge them up. It's a mess. I'm stressing out. Weather's getting worse. I'm freaking. I don't know where we're staying tomorrow. Everyone's like, oh, it's so great. Our toilet doesn't work. How long we're staying. I need Wi-Fi. No. Dirty. It's gross. No, I just have lots to say today. And it'd be fine because I could Google Translate. So I'm PMSing. Whatever. This is terrible.
Okay.
You know what it reminds me of, kind of? Osaka. Or no, Hiroshima.
Oh, it does remind me.
It does.
Of,
You know what? Because I think we visited around the same time of the year. There was a river, and then...
The riverfront kind of looks similar a little
Yeah,
bit.
it does. And then there's a bunch of old stuff. I don't know. It just does.
We're using TomTom.
Good old TomTom.
Because everything else we have is dead, except TomTom.
He's almost dead.
TomTom's almost dead? Oh, okay. Lynn just has to be fashionable.
Yeah. I like this one. Oh wait, no, that's not the one. I like the bear.
The bear? Oh yeah.
Or
That's awesome. Look at that.
T-Rex.
T-Rex.
we have a T-Rex.
We have a T-Rex.
Say again. We have a T-Rex.
Yeah, we're shopping for gear because we desperately need warm weather stuff. We basically have to rebuy a bunch of stuff that we had when we left, because when we left with the Kia, it was still hot. It was too hot to warrant carrying around heavy clothing, so we kind of got rid of stuff, and now we're having to rebuy some things. Not the smartest decision, but it is what it is. So obviously one of the benefits of traveling to Europe in winter is that you are there for the low season. Now our trip to this point had been fairly expensive. We're used to Asian prices, but everything that we did on this trip would have probably been at least double the cost during summer.
It's cold, but frankly, we have less crowds. So
Yeah, less crowds.
it had gave us time to like see more things, take our time, and not feel claustrophobic. It was nice.
It's not too packed in here, actually.
No, it's not. Actually, I overheard someone saying that they were here, like, I think they said last year or something, and they're like, it took 30 minutes just to get close to him, so all the way back in the hallway. They said that you couldn't even see it, so today's a really great day.
Yummy bears. Yummy.
Are we vlogging?
Yeah, we
I
can.
have a lot to say.
Oh God, here we go.
No, it's good. It's just we're still trying to find our van legs. And this town is weird. So it's outside of Florence, or it's a municipality.
It's like an offshoot. It's an offshoot.
Firenze? What's this? I'll write it down. Firenze. Anyways, I've seen people throwing up. I've seen drug deals happen. I've seen prostitution.
Yeah.
It's super dirty. There's drunk people all around. There's people that come and hassle you. There's, I saw an old woman falling down. I saw puke on the ground. Someone left a shank on the ground. They seriously made like a shank out of a tree trunk, because you can tell, because you know you put it in between, and then they like.
It was a weapon.
It was a weapon on the ground, and this place is sketch fucking city.
Yeah,
so
it's got a vibe to it.
It's got a super vibe. I'm like, oh, I might die here. I mean, not that extreme, but you feel it in your gut, and you're like, yeah, this is not a good place. So.
Well, and we've been sleeping in this parking lot, so we've been free camping. And everything has gone well, but it also, I'm new to this whole free camping thing, and given the fact that Lynn just laid out basically all that stuff, I don't really feel all that safe here. But to be fair, we've been fine, so I'm sure it's okay. It is a very weird vibe here. I'm super ready to get out of this city. Florence was cool. The old town was amazing. We saw the Statue of David. I've always wanted to see that thing, and it didn't disappoint. It was absolutely amazing. The old city, Florence, is absolutely beautiful and atmospheric.
We're about a 40 through a park. It's actually pretty nice. Park, about 40-minute walk away into go see David. So it's good logistically in that way, but if you go in the opposite direction towards Florence, sketch city. Yeah.
So we are gonna try to make our way further north. And we need to actually find an actual campground. 2 nights of free camping. We need to park this thing and use some services.
Can I do dishes now, or should I wait?
Yeah, go ahead. Because it's not like, I guess maybe some of the other camper vans that we've seen online. You know, it's like you just drive and kind of sleep in it. But this actually has like facilities. It has water tanks. It has bathrooms. It has all this stuff that needs to be maintained. So we need to find a place where we can maintain it every couple days at least. Because again, we've been free camping out in this parking lot. And last night we actually made dinner by candlelight. Lynn used the stove and I turned the van on so we could have power. So it's all good, but we do need to find somewhere with some services. So that's what we're going to try to do today.